Kartikeya, 1 minute. US State Department spokesperson PJ Crowley. Times Now asked that question to the US State Department spokesperson. I think we asked almost 12 hours back. He said, ankle monitors are used across the US as part of a standard procedure for a variety of investigations. This does not necessarily imply guilt or suspicion of criminal activity. To that, the question will be to the State Department of the US, is that what you do in America? Without proof, without evidence, with a person who has all the right documentation, when you know you have nothing to fix the person, merely on suspicion, do you put radio tag that person almost as if that person was cattle? That's the question which Mr. Obama needs to answer. And maybe the Indian government needs to take a tougher stand.
Definitely.
Naveen Chopra, what do you think?
Arnab, Kartika's emotion is very palpable and very correct. The students have dreams. They expend a lot of money. You see, there's other dimensions to it that have not been tabled as yet. All institutions that are located on foreign shores, be they run within the state authorities or federal authorities in the case of the United States, by definition need to be vetted and approved or recognized by them. Now, when the visa process is going on, and the visa processes generally are very stringent, they ask for a lot of documents. The student presents himself or herself up in person, and there's an I-20 in hand with either a TOEFL or GRE, GMAT or SAT, as the case may be. The first point of, there are 2 points of sifting. The first point of sifting is the institution itself. If it is not a legal institution, this is not the responsibility of the Indian students or anybody else other than the US authorities who have allowed an institution like this or recognized
the
I-20.
embassy shouldn't have an issue.
If that I-20 has been recognized and the students have been given a visa, that's a legal document.
Absolutely.
And if then the institution is found to be fraudulent, the correct action is to get the students resettled in other institutions, not tag them like this.
Well, that is...
but this makes no sense.
Well, that is the responsibility of the American government. And one second, one of our viewers is SMSing us tonight. I'm getting a lot of responses. One of our viewers is SMSing us tonight and saying that by issuing a visa for going to a fraud university, isn't the government of America itself an abettor in this crime? Of course it is. And how can an abettor in the crime treat others who are the victims of that crime almost as if they were animals? And why is the Foreign Minister of India not speaking up for them? Dr. Sudhakar, go ahead please.
Because it's a soft state.
No, because we are a soft state, precisely. Yes, Dr. Sudhakar.
Yeah, I want to ask this James Kansani. According to their immigration report, which I got from the Consulate General, so according to that, it's roughly 200 schools are closing down every year in US. So it's how it's happening. So every year, 200 schools are closing, removing from the SVS. So they are losing their certificate. And then how it can be? Generally, people will think that it's US is a very powerful and most secure place, and there it's I came to know that more than 8,000
going on, allowing the students to come to US and are suddenly closing down the universities?
Yes, closing down the university. What will be the fate of the students? That Kartikeyan, what he is expressing.
If you really want to close down the universities, the US government should have a check on the universities, whether the universities are going in a proper way, are they functioning in the proper way or not. They should not simply blindly issue the visas and I-20s to the students, and when the students, they struggle here, they are graduates and the merit students, when they go to success, their life, and at one sudden day, they say the university is in stake.
Well, I think...
So how far should a student take the responsibility for the university or the US government?
Absolutely. Well, James, there are many questions to answer here. I mean, if America doesn't act soon enough, this is going to blow into a diplomatic issue. This is going to blow into a diplomatic issue. I mean, if the Foreign Minister of India, of course, begins to take a position. Yes, Dr. Sudhakar.
Yeah, government should take care of these students, because our students, they are helping the government for their economy or for their standards, and nearly more than 9,000 doctors are there in the US, and
they are welcoming our students
in US.
Absolutely. Yes, James.
Then what is the fate? They are victims. That how they can put these anklets. And moreover, today, Janet Clara, she said that it's beautiful ornament on the legs. It's a ridiculous statement.
Yeah, definitely.
Accept that
I mean, like how rubbish, or can I use the word rubbish? How rubbish is that statement? I mean, like, is it so heavy? I would request the ma'am to use the same anklets for more than 2 weeks. And she says it's better than wearing the orange jumpsuits and being behind the bars. What did the students do to be behind the bars? I asked the question to the US government today. It's just because of the Tri-Valley University's mismanagement. Why are the students being accused there?
I think it's a valid point tonight. Getting a lot of responses. James want to come in here. Yes, James, go ahead. James, the sentiments are fairly strong here.
I think
is America going to correct this?
The points are well made. I mean, the points are well made. I think that this is a clear case where these people were treated inappropriately by officials, and I certainly understand the anger and the concern. I think this is not a question of U.S. law. The U.S. law does not require that you put a blanket on these people. This is a decision that's made by local officials, and in this case, it seems highly inappropriate. So I think the concern and the anger is actually fair. People aren't being treated fairly, and that's always raises people's concern.
James,
but it doesn't really reflect the policy of the United States.
James, the reason there is anger here today is because the government of the United States of America had the opportunity to correct this stupid action of a local official. The same government which lets Warren Anderson of Union Carbide flee India, which protects David Coleman Headley, which says that an American diplomat who went on a shooting spree on the streets of Karachi should be protected. The same American government needs to take
I was about to ask this
against
question.
this outrageous violation of human rights. Yes, Naveen.
When the recent issue happened in Karachi, the way even the victim and the accused person was backed up by the US government, why is it not being in the Indians in US now? I just want to ask this question.
No, look, it is at a very
Yes, Naveen.
Very fundamental level. Hello?
Go on, Naveen, we can hear you.
Well,
yeah, okay. I mean, no, it's a regulatory issue.
How many Indians visit the United States every year?
Local authorities to ensure that the institutions that are issuing the I-20s are legal and that they are doing the right thing. I mean, the students have got nothing to do with that. Nobody else has got anything to do with that. And then visas are being issued based upon an assessment of a student that he's going to a genuine university with the right kind of credentials and the right kind of financial background so that they are able to take care of themselves. This is entirely a regulatory issue. And for a government that prides itself at, being extraordinarily efficient and, in every way that it does, this is a clear failure of the regulatory authorities that have in actual fact allowed this institution to flourish and recognized its I-20 and thereby issued the visas. This is not the students' fault, Naveen, not for 1 minute.
So Naveen, whose mistake is it? It's the mistake of the official who gave the visas. If it is a sham university, why do you give the visas? If it is not accredited to the state and federal department in America, if its credit cannot be transferred to any other American universities, why did you give them the visas? You gave them the visas, you let them come.
Exactly.
And now when you realize the university is a sham, you pick up these students and treat them like animals.
Exactly, and I would like to add one thing. When they come to know that the university is in sham, and these people put anklets to the students, and the other thing I would like to add, and I got to know today, is that when the students are seeking for a transfer in some other university, these people, the student ID, what we call the CV, those things are freezed. When the students are going to seek an admission in some other colleges, they say your CVs are freezed. I mean, like, what does the US government want the students to do? They just left like a cattle. They just put the shackles in their legs and they just left the students at their homes helplessly.
No,
they can't neither get into another college, neither they can go to their friend's place, neither any of the things they can do. What is this? I mean, like, this is more than like jailing abroad.
Well.